Welcome to Happier Ladies, a podcast where we discuss all things related to the Happier and Happier in Hollywood podcasts.
We're sisters
And super fans.
who can't get enough happier.
So we created our own podcast to keep the conversation going.
I'm Malika Amandi, a SoCal native living in Western Massachusetts, a new mom, and an entrepreneur. I'm here with my sister, Azizi Williams.
That's me. I live and work in the LA area. I'm a not-so-new mom. And I'm an education professional in the independent school world.
This week, we're going to share our holiday gift guide.
Yeah. But first, I have something I want to share with you, Malika.
Ooh,
Look what I got in the mail.
oh my goodness.
Just this very week, I received a postcard from my sister Malika, dated July 22nd, 2023, from Rome. It took the scenic route. It wasn't in a hurry. It was taking its time, but it found its way to me.
That's amazing. Over the last month, I've been getting texts from people who finally got the postcards. So it's not even like they all arrived at the same, even though I think I sent 2 batches in July in the middle of our Italy trip. We went to the Italian post office. We made sure the postage was right, everything. And it took this long, 3 months. Why? I don't know. What's the mail doing over there? I have no idea.
They've got things to do, and it's a vacation mail.
It's just slow.
It's kind of extending your vacation a little bit, right? It's like you're still getting to remember your trip to Italy. Now we are in, November.
Postcards are so antiquated anyway, because I sent you like a gazillion pictures that day,
That's true. I have seen the trip to Italy, but there is something special about getting mail. And this Ferrari stamp is pretty special with a glass of wine on it. And I love that you said we should go back together to Italy sometime. I would love to do that.
That would be fun.
Yes, I accept your invitation to travel to Italy with you.
Oh, good.
Thank you for the postcard.
Well, Azizi, what happened on Happier this week?
On Happier, episode 453, Gretchen and Liz talked about a way to look at trends by coming up with a "this is the new that," like orange is the new black, and so on. They shared a fun thrift store Halloween craft and revisited the strategy of using a podcast to fall asleep, and specifically talked about how to make sure it turns off. And on More Happier, they discussed the joys of a family group chat, how to make a creative pitch even better. And they revisited the pumpkin spice latte challenge that Liz issued to Gretchen. So, Malika, I have a question for you.
Yes.
A while back, you said you were going to try the apple crisp macchiato at Starbucks in honor of fall. That was going to be your goal for yourself for fall. So I'm wondering if you did that.
I did.
Oh,
I think it was called the Apple Crisp Shaken Espresso.
right.
And, I gotta say, it was mid.
Oh, no.
It wasn't bad.
This is what the young people say, by the way. Mid.
I learned that from you.
I learned from my daughters.
In my experience with pumpkin spice lattes, they're a little too sweet for me, so I always get half the pumps. So I got half the pumps for this too, and maybe I should have just tried the full thing first.
So not sweet enough?
It didn't have a very strong apple flavor. It kind of reminded me of somebody just pouring a little bit of apple juice into your coffee.
Oh.
But now I know.
That does not sound appetizing.
I drank it all, but it didn't transport me.
Well, I have had this beverage. It is not my favorite Starbucks beverage. It's not my go-to. And this is maybe the second or third year in a row they've had it. And I always get it every year because it feels like it's a fall thing to do. And as I was listening to Gretchen talk about her experience, I realized I don't think I've ever had a pumpkin spice latte.
Oh.
I know. But I'm like, Liz, I don't like pumpkin. So there's nothing about it that appeals to me. And this is why I haven't had it, because I don't choose pumpkin flavored things. So I don't think I'll be having this challenge. We'll just leave it at that. What happened on Happier in Hollywood?
On Happier in Hollywood, episode 331, Liz and Sarah used the listener suggestion of doing a retro to debrief their writer's retreat. They endorse finding a community. They share a strategy to help you tell your story in a meeting. And they offer a tool for better posture along with a podcast recommendation.
Nice.
The strategy they talked about to help you share your story in a meeting is to have a list of 12 things about yourself that are just kind of random facts about you that others might not know. And it kind of gives you something to lean into to share why you're unique. And one of the caveats of this list is that everybody thinks their own list is really boring. And it turns out it's always extremely fascinating to everybody listening. So I think we should do these lists, Azizi.
I agree. This really intrigued me, and I could immediately see the value in getting to know colleagues, your family members, but also in, as they mentioned, like in business meetings or in places where you have to get to know people quickly. It's good to have something in your back pocket to pull out. So I really appreciated this suggestion.
So one of my first staff meetings at my new job, the icebreaker question was a version of this, which was, tell us something nobody in the room knows about you. Well, at least something that Malika wouldn't know. Because a lot of my colleagues have worked together for years and years.
Well, it's nice that you were the catalyst for them getting to know each other better. And that was really easy for you to do.
There were some things that people all knew, but then there were some surprises, even for a group that had worked together for a long time. So Azizi, what is something about you that people might not know?
People would not know that I don't know how to ride a bike. I've never ridden a bike. I've tried a few times and just didn't happen. And I'm okay with it.
You helped me learn how to ride a bike.
Oh, yeah. And my daughters as well. I can definitely be on the other side.
That reminds me of the Frasier episode where Frasier and Niles learn how to ride a bike overnight.
The older we get, the more I relate to Frasier. I think it's because we are now the age.
I
they
know.
are. So Malika, what's something that people would know about you?
So something people might not know about me is that I really don't like the idea of time travel in movies or real life.
Have you ever had the opportunity to time travel in your real life? I think I have to ask.
No,
Okay.
I have not, and nor would I ever accept
it.
that.
I won't ask
No.
you to come with me into my hot tub time machine then when I build it.
Things just never work out.
Maybe you need to write the story where things do work out.
There's one movie that involves time travel that I do like. It's called About Time.
Oh, I love that movie. Oh, it's so sweet.
I think I like it because they don't try to explain it. And it's kind of just a device for a more sentimental story. It's not about the mechanics, really.
Yeah. It's about small moments, which is also a departure from most movies that use time travel.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend that movie. And that's good to know about you, Malika, about the time travel. Make sure to avoid that subject.
You'd be surprised how much it comes up in my marriage.
Time travel comes up quite a bit in your marriage.
Well, Norm is really into sci-fi, so it's always a tension of which, like, what shows we're going to watch, and kind of agree to just do our own thing with that. But
that's fascinating.
And now we are getting to the main event. The holidays are right around the corner. You know what that means?
What does that mean?
Presents.
Yay!
We love hearing the Happier and Happier in Hollywood gift guides. So, of course, we wanted to do our own. All of the items that we're sharing are things that we ourselves would be delighted to receive. So if you are like us, then you'll be excited about these gift ideas too. How many items do we have, Azizi?
We were going for 23 for 2023. So I think that's what we have.
Start us off.
So number one on my list, I love inspirational card decks. And you gifted me the first card deck that I had that had daily inspiration on it. And I bought another one and I realized there's a whole industry out there with these card decks. And even Gretchen Rubin has one now. She has her Muse machine that she's been promoting, and it sounds fantastic, full of creative ideas. I would love to get that as a gift.
A Muse machine.
Malika number 2.
Local t-shirts and podcast merch. You kind of have to know who you're giving the gift to, like the podcasts that they like or the shops that they frequent in their hometown. Often I'll go into a bakery here and they sell shirts, but I'm never there to buy a shirt. You know, I go in for baked goods, but I kind of feel like, oh, it'd be cool to have a shirt from this place. I think it's something that a lot of people wouldn't buy for themselves, but it's the cool nod to communicate that you're paying attention, that you know what they like.
I like it because you're supporting local businesses. small businesses usually. And that's a nice thing to do as well. And you get to have some pride when you wear it. And when you are traveling other places, if people recognize it, then immediately you have a conversation starter. All right. Number three is very specific. It's by an author that I love. His name is Simon Sinek. He wrote the very famous book called Start With Why about leadership. And he chose to depart from that genre a bit. And he wrote a book called Together is Better. It's a children's picture book. And I would love to get this book. I love picture books. I'm in education. And like Gretchen, I love rereading and reading children's literature. And this book, Together is Better, focuses on the importance of collaboration and how it's better to do things with others.
Nice. I'll have to check that out. I'm a big fan of Start With Why.
Okay, Malika.
Number 4 is a Hobonichi planner. If you like planning on paper, this is a really robust planner that can be adapted in a lot of different ways. So even people who like bullet journaling, like Hobonichis, their paper is really nice. And it's a Japanese company. The books, they have a few different versions, but they're kind of very compact and cute. And if you buy it from the Hobonichi store, some gift comes with it that changes every year. You can also find them on Amazon. For somebody who likes paper goods, I think it would be a fun gift. All right, number 5.
Compact binoculars.
Ooh.
You would be surprised how often you have occasion to need binoculars. I borrowed some binoculars from my dad a while back and then just forgot to give them back and always had them with me. And we would use them when we went to the beach to look at the dolphins or at a concert. Just last night, I was at the Hollywood Bowl, and usually we're in the back, and it would have been so nice to have binoculars to see up closer. So the binoculars that I had fell apart, and I haven't had them new ones for maybe a year or so, and I keep thinking, oh, I need to buy them, and I just never do. So I recommend just having a pair of binoculars, like small ones, just in the car with you, or giving them as a gift, because they actually do come in handy more often than you'd think.
That's a great idea.
All right, Malika, what's number 6?
A framed piece of artwork. It could be a photo or an illustration or some kind of print or poster, but the key is to have it framed.
Ah.
Because this is the happiness obstacle for me, is buying artwork or even printing out nice photos, and I intend to frame it and I want to have it in my house, and I never make that next step.
Yes.
So I think if it came to me framed, that would be kind of one less thing to do and to figure out. And I feel confident that I could put it up on the wall if it was already framed.
I would think they want to pick out the frame themselves because maybe they want to match decor or they have a certain aesthetic. But you're saying, nope, doesn't matter. Just find a frame, put it in. I will put it on my wall.
I don't care what the frame is. It can be an eclectic look. I just need that to be taken care of. And I will say that Walgreens, they always have deals on framing photos, and it's very affordable, and it's pretty much overnight.
That's a good resource. Okay, good to know.
All right, number 7.
You've heard of these before. It's Bombas socks. I've been listening to podcasts for a long time, and for a long time there have been commercials about Bombas socks, and they talk about them like they are just so amazing. And I want a pair for myself. What makes these socks so special? I just want to know because they're all talking about it. So I've definitely been influenced. And here's the other thing. Now that I'm wearing tennis shoes more often, we've had this whole conversation about more structured footwear, and that means that I'm just wearing shoes that need socks. This is a new area for me to kind of build up. Living in California, you actually don't need to wear socks that often. You can wear sandals pretty much every day. But now that I'm wearing different footwear, it requires socks, and I could, have a little fun. What's your number 8?
Buy a beautiful single dish, like a one-of-a-kind kind of unique pattern. This is a great thing to buy secondhand, like at a vintage shop, but just like a nice mug or nice tea and saucer or a nice bowl. So something that's really visually stunning and beautiful. Often we buy plates and dishes and sets, which is also fine. And if you like your dish set, that's great. But it's nice to have some little different things now and then. They had a whole cool collection at the Yankee Candle Store.
The Yankee Candle Store. That's my favorite place.
And I thought like, oh, these are so pretty. But because I have dishes at home, it's a thing that I wouldn't buy for myself, but it feels really kind of special and luxurious to have a fun, different bowl.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. There's so many ways you can go with it. You can do something that's super seasonal that you only bring out around the holidays, or something that really shows off your personality. And I loved the suggestion of finding it at a thrift store.
Number 9.
A Lush body oil bar. I think they call them lotion bars. So there's a company called Lush. I'm sure they're all over everywhere now, certainly in California, and I know in the United States. And they specialize in all natural ingredients, bath and body products. And they have a product called a lotion bar that's a solid bar of lotion or oils that you can use to moisturize your skin. I bought one over the summer and it felt so luxurious using it. It left a nice, pleasing scent, and the warmth of your skin sort of makes the lotion kind of melt. It's a little messy. It's not, a quick sort of grab and go situation, but when you want to really pamper yourself after a bath or a shower, it's really nice. It's not too pricey. It's pretty reasonable, but it's just a little out of the way. I don't find myself at a Lush store that often, so that's what makes it kind of a nice gift, I think.
Azizi, how's your dinner game these days?
Well, Malika, I used to struggle with what to cook for dinner.
You're cooking now?
Okay. Actually, my husband used to struggle with what to make for dinner. I mean, meal planning, grocery lists, yuck. But then we found Prep Dish. It's a weekly meal planning service that tells you exactly what to cook. And now they've partnered with Instacart, so your grocery list becomes a ready-to-go online cart.
Oh, what's in your cart, Azizi?
All of the Prep Dish ingredients, plus I can add energy drinks, chili crisp, lipstick, whatever, and check out in just a few clicks. Shopping online is so fun. The meals are family-friendly, healthy, and super easy to prep. Dinner is easy to make, and now we look forward to new tasty meals.
Prep Dish is offering our listeners 2 weeks free. Just head to prepdish.com/happierladies to sign up. Again, that's prepdish.com/happierladies.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. When you visit the doctor, you probably hand over your insurance, your ID, and contact details. It's just one of the many places that has your personal info. And if any of them accidentally expose it, you could be at risk for identity theft. LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second. If you become a victim, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year at lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
All right. So number 10 is a nice tumbler. There's some that Rifle Paper sells, and they're just so pretty. I actually do have one, and it's not even the most, and it's not like a super vacuum seal. If you knock it over, it will spill. It's not one that you're going to throw in your purse, but it's like heavy to hold, and it's just pretty. I have one that has flowers on it. It's not an investment, but it is not cheap. When I got it for myself, it was like a decision, but I loved it. I've held on to it for years, and I love drinking out of it. So again, I think it's something that's like a little bit special and fancy, and goes into your whole, romanticizing your work life, perhaps.
Yes.
All right. Number 11.
Okay. I believe it's called Value Spa. It's a brand, and they are more of a high-end brand of sort of candles and diffusers and things like that. Their boxes are gorgeous. Like, their packaging is so beautiful. It's jewel toned and patterned and really draws you in. And they have a room spray that the container is also very beautiful, and something you wouldn't mind having out in your bathroom to just kind of elevate it. The packaging is so beautiful, and the containers are so beautiful, but also the scents are really pleasing. And, I'm someone who I'm on a scent journey since I've gotten married, and I've married someone who really values scented things. I've leaned into that, and I'm really enjoying it. And having a scent to a room, like I discussed last time, in your office is really nice. And, having something that's nice in the bathroom is always a good idea anyway. And so why not have it be beautiful? How about you, Malika? What's next for you?
So number 12 is a nice quality bag with a monogram on it.
Oh, you've been talking about this for a long time.
You can get these at different places, but I'll link one that I've purchased before as a gift from Minted. It's an oversized beach duffel bag in a really cool print. And then there's a little kind of leather square that you can put a name in there. You could put initials, you could put a nickname. You could also do something like your word of the year
Oh, good
or
idea.
somebody else's word of the year. That's a cool way to kind of memorialize it. I feel like I could never have too many bags, though of course I can.
Well, you did give me one of these bags, Malika, and I instantly started using it.
All right. Number 13.
I love a good crackling candle. Yeah, so this is a candle that's got a special wick and it makes a crackling noise. It's like a piece of wood instead of the wax wick, and it makes a crackling noise like the sound of a fire. And it feels, it sounds cozy. So not only is it scented and you can smell it, you can also hear it, and then it looks beautiful also. And in particular, and I talked about this last week, the clementine and honey candle scent is one of my favorite ones. But I will say the whole line that's from World Market, it's a line specific to World Market. They all smell fantastic. They have different sizes, but the larger ones are the ones that have the crackling wick on it. And it sets a nice mood when you're working and it's quiet and you can just hear the crackling and have the scent.
Number 14 is experiences. For the person who has everything, like our father.
Yes, what are we going to get him this year, Malika? He's got everything.
So this gift is to buy somebody a museum membership or a theater subscription. So something that is an event that is in an interest that they have an affinity for. It could be a more of an investment or for a bigger gift for somebody, but to have a year-long membership to a museum that's nearby, it just changes your relationship to it. As we know, Gretchen talks about the Met and how much that's meant to her.
Yes.
And I've experienced that with places in my life. I had a membership to Descanso Gardens, and I would go all the time. Descanso is a botanical garden in the LA area. We have a membership to the Eric Carle Museum here.
All right.
It means that we can just go for 30 minutes and not feel like we're wasting our time, or that we have to get every drop out of it. But I think to give that gift to somebody, if it's a place that you know that they would like or that they've said that they like, is again, it kind of turns it into a luxurious thing that just keeps giving all year.
I think that's fantastic. And I'm a fan of the Huntington in Pasadena. And man, do I go there so often. And I love to visit my favorite paintings or just sit in the cafe. And it's just nice to have that, they call it a third space or, another space besides your home and the office that you like to frequent. And it could be nice also to maybe plan a date there with that person if you can, to kind of get them rolling, get it going for them, or to connect to sort of a social time with that gift certificate for an experience. I think that might be a nice idea.
That's a good idea. All right. Number 15.
AirPods. I need a new set of AirPods. And I don't know even what the number of AirPods we're on, but I just need whatever the latest one is that is, going to have a long battery life and going to have the noise canceling. Because I have a pair of AirPods and they are very handy, but I think they're the first generation and it's time for an upgrade.
Number 16 is a bound book of personal photos. You could do this at Walgreens too. Make a photo book.
Yes, you can.
And use their coupons. But it's just a great way of sharing photos and memories. There's so many things that we have on our phones and we just don't print them out. Unless somebody is in the habit of printing out photos, chances are their photos live in the cloud. This is something my husband has done for his family a few times. He made a pumpkin book and it was all of their pumpkin carving photos over the last 40 years.
So sweet. How many pumpkin carving photos does one family have?
Exactly.
That's
a lot.
Impressive.
And now they're in a book,
That's impressive. Very seasonal. This is something that Gretchen talks quite a bit about. It seems like she's got good photo hygiene. She's got the systems and habits of converting her photos and into other ways to enjoy them, which is enviable. And this is something that I think I might add to my 24 list for 24.
Number 17.
A fancy or high-end lunchbox.
Yes.
Right? Okay, Malika. Malika and I both work in an office now. So this is hashtag office life. And the office kitchen is lovely, but I have just decided I'm not going to use it. I want to be self-contained. I don't want to go in there. So that means everything that I'm consuming, I'm packing in and packing out.
Oh, like a national park.
It is. I'm leaving it better than I found it. And I'm just, everything that I need for myself is on my body, when I'm walking from my car to the office. And so I need something to put it all in. I have a link to one that I think I found it on Amazon where they have just so many styles and patterns of really cute gold trim, sophisticated cooler bags that you could take your lunch in. That's also romanticize your office life.
Number 18, a cozy long sweater with pockets. Granny got me a sweater, and by Granny, I mean Mommy, our mother.
Yes. Who's now Granny because we both have kids, right?
She got me a sweater maybe it was for my birthday, but it was for the fall, and it's like mid-calf length, and it's super soft, and there's no buttons, but it kind of is big so that you can kind of wrap it around you. It's not like a poncho, but there's enough cloth so that it feels kind of cozy and like roomy, and it's got big pockets.
Yeah.
And it's just the best. And I think that I need like 4 more.
Like a robe that's acceptable to wear outside. A really big cardigan.
Yes.
Like a kangaroo with pockets.
Exactly.
Number 19. So, Malika, I also have something from Rifle Paper Company. I just love their products. They're so beautiful. There's something that's been on my list for a while, but again, it's just, I can never justify the cost, even though it's not that much. They have these cuffs, like bracelets that are metallic, but they're embossed with different patterns. One of them's gold, and then a couple of them are floral, like they're famous floral patterns, and they're just so beautiful. And I can just imagine having a couple of them. You can layer them or just have one. But I've just never bought them for myself. But every now and again, I visit them online and just look at them, so I know they're still there. But a big endorsement of Rifle Paper Company. Kind of anything on that website would be amazing to get or give as a gift.
Number 20 is a custom framed illustration. You can commission somebody to do an illustration of your whole family. So even if you don't have a photo of your whole family, you can kind of tell them, you can give photos or just tell them how many people and some basic features, and they'll draw a picture of your whole family around a campfire or something.
Oh, that's very sweet.
It could be just like a father and son or to be a big family, but they have some kind of templates that they use so that they can do this. It takes a couple weeks, but it's an original illustration that is reflecting some unique aspect of your life and your family, and you can get it framed.
Please get it framed for Malika.
It's just a super unique gift.
I love all these ideas about art and photos and family. It's very sentimental and also potentially an heirloom, something that you might pass down.
That's true. All right, 21.
It's a crew neck sweater, just really soft and fuzzy, but lavender. I'm in my purple era. I got last year a lavender sweater from H&M and everyone loved it on me. I loved it on me, and my daughters immediately borrowed it a few times. It kind of fell apart. And so I've been in search of a lavender colored sweater that is similar to the one that I got last year. I came across one on Amazon with their Amazon Essentials that looks pretty close to it. I'll link it in our show notes, but would love to get a knit lavender soft sweater. I love that color now.
Number 22, a quality faux plant. Some people like real plants and would not want to receive a fake one. But then there are those who cannot keep a real plant alive, but they would like to enjoy at least the visual stimulation and benefits of having a plant. So there are some really nice quality. They look just like succulents or fiddle leaf fig. And, when you put it in a nice pot, you really can't tell unless you're touching it. They're also kind of a more substantial gift on the price factor because they last forever.
Mm.
I think it could be a good gift for the right person, maybe for an office
Mm-hmm.
where they might not be able to water it all the time. I have a fake olive tree
Yeah,
that
that's a
has
great idea.
twinkle lights on it that I use. It was always in my Zoom background,
Mm.
and I would got so many compliments on it. 23, Azizi, take us home.
I like a gift card. I know some people might say it's not personal or there wasn't any effort made, but you know what? As a self-described overbuyer, I like to shop and I like to shop for myself. So I have Sephora gift card on my list because I love going to Sephora and just looking around and buying things that I really don't need, but just kind of want or want to try. And a gift card would give me the permission to do that.
I was thinking about this today, Azizi, and I almost put it on my list. I was thinking about Ulta, and I thought Ulta or Sephora, but like those are the type of stores where it's just
Yes.
so much fun to look around. If you had a gift card and could just kind of play around, there's just so much in there. So I think that's a really good one, and I was thinking about it too.
Good. Wow, Malika, we got through that list.
We
That was a
did.
fantastic list.
Good ideas. Good ideas. Well, that brings us to the end of our episode. Azizi, let's leave on a happier thought. What are you going to try this week?
I'm going to try to find 12 interesting facts about myself that I can use in the future. What about you, Malika?
That's exactly what I'm going to do too.
Okay. Well, we'll have to discuss.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to see that later.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to this episode. If you like us, rate, review, and tell a friend.
Send us a message at happierladies@gmail.com and tell us something you liked about Happier and Happier in Hollywood this week.
Our theme music was created by Wyatt Muncie.
We also want to give a special shout out to Gretchen Rubin, Liz Kraft, and Sarah Fain for inspiring our conversation each week.
You can find us on Instagram at happierladies and on the web at happierladies.com.
Have a happier week, Malika.
Thank you. Have a happier week, Azizi. Bye.
Bye. And Malika, I think we're on number 8.
Keep up.
I hate really bad with numbers. Number 8. Solid. Yes. Number 8.
Right.
What's your number 8?
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.